Hello. So, turning your breakdowns into breakthroughs. Now, I can't take much credit for coming up with that sentence. It was brought to me, not personally, but by Kanye West, the rapper. And I think he has a very, very good point. He is quite crazy, but he definitely has a point. A lot of the time I speak to them about the great experiences of their lives. Like, what great experience of your life spurred you to doing what you want to do? And this is so reductionist. Like, I really need to take this out of my vocabulary, because a lot of the time it's, what difficulty did you go through and how did that change your perspective on life? That came to me again this morning. It happens so much with the people that are in my network, the people that I bring in to talk to. They often talk about a time where something was a struggle and they made a change, or they noticed that this was a struggle that they didn't want to go through again, and they for sure didn't want to see anyone that they care about go through again. So it's a big story, and if you're going through something difficult at the moment, or if you have been through something difficult, is there a way that you can stop that happening again? And would that make you feel good? You know, to know that maybe one of your siblings is not going to go through that, or maybe your children will not go through that. Sometimes it's really important to think about, the hard times, like what made you into you. I mean, a huge motivational speaker, David Goggins, right? He speaks so much about being a victim of his childhood, really. How, he was bullied based on his race when he was a kid, and the fact that he wasn't very literate, that he was bullied for that. He wasn't very literate because of the abuse that he went through in his childhood and the loss of family members and sort of the environment that he'd grown up into. He was a victim of an awful lot of things. But he changed it. He turned it around to show that he's this most powerful person, that nothing can hold him back. So what is the hard struggle that you've been through, and what did you prove to yourself in that time? And was there an ability for you to change the world based on that? I mean, again, today, my family put on downstairs GMB, right? Good Morning Britain, and on the TV each morning. And today it was the caption was how my illness made me a millionaire, and it was about the CEO of Ann Summers, I believe, and how she'd had breast cancer and that affected her sex life, and that made her concentrated on that, like made her obsess over how can we make this better for everyone. So it's really important sometimes to think about that. And again, another sort of self-reminder video for me to make a big impact in what someone wants to change is asking, was there a time that your life changed? What kind of life-changing moments have you been through, good and bad? And especially bad, because if you've been through it once, do you want to go through it again? No. If you've been through a good thing once, do you want to go through it again? Yes. So, there's two different ways that we can look into things. And your setbacks and your breakdowns, they're just an invitation for you to have a massive breakthrough, to change your life. I'm not dealing with that again. I'm not going to allow the people that I love and care about to go through that. So how can I use this fire that's in me, this maybe anger, maybe this uncomfortable feeling, this whatever the feeling is, this trigger, how can I use this trigger to create a massive change? Think about it. There's breakthrough moments that happen in breakdowns, and live within it for a bit. Understand it. Go revisit those times. What was it that changed your life, and how can you change someone else's? I'm going to have to go because I'm sweating. But, guys, thank you so much for listening.